Shalom, family. I just want to do a real quick video on how we should study the Torah, because this is really becoming frustrating for me, because unless a person learns how to study the scriptures, they will forever ask questions that can be frustrating. Now, I'm not saying that's what they intend to do, but to take this situation out of the equation, this needs to be done. So I'm going to just mention a few things that creates problems when a person don't know how to read or study the Torah. Some of the common mistakes is taking verses out of context, personalizing, drawing conclusions from isolated passages. In other words, you don't isolate any one particular verse. And do not neglect the broader narrative and the historical context. So when you ignore the surrounding verses of any certain particular scripture or passage, you focus on a single verse without even understanding its place within the larger context. This is why I always try to tell anybody that's listening, always get the context. You can't take a verse and isolate it into one particular spot. You're actually cheating yourself out of a full understanding. Ignoring the historical and cultural context. The Torah was written in a specific time and place, and understanding that context is crucial for an accurate interpretation. So I just wanted to mention these few things because I know I've said this, I can't even count the times. But I get people like Peter making comments that clearly proves, I'm not saying he's a bad person, but it proves that they don't understand how to read this book. And I'm not saying it's easy to do. I went through it, and I guarantee you there was many others besides myself that went through it. Some of them are probably still going through it. But if you really want to understand what you're reading, you can't ignore the context. There is a when, where, how, and why in every verse. So that means you got to investigate the who, why, when, and where so that you can understand what that particular verse is talking about. And until you do that, you're going to always have questions. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be questions coming up here and there. Yeah, nobody knows it all. So what one person may know, another may not know. So we will have to deal with questions. There's no way around that. But for the most part, if you understand how to read this Torah, you will narrow down a lot of your questions. And I had a Christian pop up telling me we are not under the law. Of course, I hid him from the channel and deleted the comment because I told him this is not a Christian channel. Anyway, I really think, or I really want to impress on you the need, how important, how crucial it is that you look up and investigate context, learn how to use it, because it's going to help you a lot. Until then, you're going to always have a bunch of questions that nobody can really answer but yourself. And if you don't understand the concept of context, you won't be able to answer those either. So, shalom.